I loved it. 5 stars. Loved it. Broke my heart. Put it back together. It was amazing. Hey, it's your girl Bri. Welcome back to another day of me trying to vlog every day of 2026. Happy Saturday. As you can see, we are in bed again. I'm in my pajamas again. And this time I decided to stick my microphone to my crochet hook just because I see people on the internet sticking their microphones onto forks and all kinds of objects. And I figured, why not a crochet hook? So I didn't feel like clipping it to myself today. But hopefully you had an amazing Saturday. Mine was chiller than I was expecting because I said I was going to live stream today for my Twitch anniversary. I did not. I woke up with a headache because I stayed up all night reading Safe Haven. Was that the book I said I was reading yesterday? No, Secret Haven by Catherine Coles. I was reading last night. I stayed up entirely too late reading it and crying. Anytime I cry multiple times when I'm reading a book, it gives me a headache. I loved it. 5 stars. Loved it. Broke my heart. Put it back together. It was amazing. Then after that, I actually read another book. On the like opposite side of the spectrum. It was not a romance at all. Sorry, I'm looking up on my Goodreads what the title of the book was so I don't get it wrong. It was a shorter book, so I was like, oh, okay, let me read something else. And it was called You're Not Supposed to Die Tonight by Kalin Bayron. I always say her name wrong, but it's this book. And it was a YA horror book. It was really good. I actually was planning to wait and read it in the summertime because it's like a summer camp horror type of book. It was good. I enjoyed it. For what it was. The mystery of it was very good. So it was like I said, the opposite of the Catherine Coles book. I needed something to kind of get me out of the heartbreak and then love story kind of vibe that I was in. So once I finished both of those books, I then started another book that I know I'm going to get smacked by the book community for not reading as soon as it came out. I bought it. I always pre-order the books because I want to have them. But I'd maybe, if it's something that like I'm not ready to read or I'm not in the mood to read, even though I'm really hype about it, I hold off. But the other book that I started just now was Taurus Season by Brynn Weaver, who I love. It's a dark horror romance comedy. And I know it's going to be hilarious and I know I'm going to love it. So, and I'm sure it won't make me cry. So this one is going to be my reading for tonight. My headache is finally starting to go away, which I'm very appreciative of because it was really just pounding in my eyeballs. So yeah, I didn't live stream today. I couldn't really take much light. I didn't have a migraine, but it was still a little light sensitive. So this light right now, this ring light, not helping. But it's okay. So I'm still trying to decide if I want to do my makeup live stream tomorrow or if I shouldn't because tomorrow is the Super Bowl and I feel like people are going to be obviously watching the Super Bowl. Me, I don't care so much. But yeah, so I read most of the day. I spent most of the day in bed and then prepping the stuff for my live stream when I thought I was still going to be able to live stream. But then the headache was just too much for me. So we are in bed currently and the cats are here, both of them sleeping next to me. I did say that I wanted to show you the ceiling that I painted. So you see up there? There it is. All that was painted, that whole corner. Patched and then painted. So we're good. And that actually I think will help me because like I said, I want to redo my wardrobe and I think I'm going to start doing like looks of the day. And filming, not having to worry about that huge white patch in my ceiling will be a lot better for my content. I feel like, sorry, I'm talking so slow because I'm still a little foggy brained, I'll say that. So yeah, I'm gonna spend the rest of the night in bed reading my book and hopefully not letting myself stay up too late. But I do want to see if I can finish tourist season tonight before I go to bed. I think I can read it in like 2 hours. I feel like I could. It's a lot of pages, but I feel like I can read it in 2 hours. Also, it's a special copy, I think from Barnes and Noble. So it has the painted edges, which I love. And then it has the inside, a map of the town, Cape Carnage, where the story takes place. So I'm very excited about that. I also spent some time on the Michaels website matching up the yarn that I'm going to need for my tapestry. I finally picked which brand of yarn I plan to use, so I need to just find the right colors. I actually have, I think, one or two of the colors, so I probably only have to get, I know I have white and I have the purple that I want to use for the hyacinths, or at least one shade of the purple. So I only need one shade of purple and like 2 shades of blue, and then a tealy kind of color or like a minty kind of color, and then a dark or some kind of green. I have green, but I want a different shade of green. So I need to get those, and I will. But yeah, the only other thing that I want to get actually that I was thinking about was I got a beaded, and I'll show you tomorrow because it's kind of far for me and I don't want to get up right now. But I got one of those boards that you put beads on when you want to make necklaces or bracelets. For me, I got the one that you make bracelets. So it's a board that has slots that lets you lay out the beads, and it'll like, each one is like, there's like an 8-inch one, a 6-inch one. So you can, if it's a 6-inch bracelet, it lets you put the amount of beads you need for a 6-inch bracelet, and then 8-inch and 10-inch or whatever the sizes are. I got one of those, and I got some beads because I want to make some Bridgerton themed bracelets. I also want to, not just Bridgerton, I want to make bookish themed bracelets. So for each of the authors that I really like Kennedy Ryan, I want to make some for her Skyland series. I want to make some for Bryn Weaver's Ruinous Trilogy series. And so I want to make color themed bracelets for each of those. And I'm thinking about selling them on my Etsy. Speaking of my Etsy, if you didn't remember, I mentioned that I was trying to make those Valentine's Day bookmarks and get them listed by the end of January. That did not happen. I never figured out how to do the 2-sided bookmarks. I think at this point it's too late for me to post them and then have them shippable by Valentine's Day, especially just with all the shipping and bad weather and stuff that's going on. I can't guarantee you would get there before Valentine's Day, so I don't want to post them. But what I'm thinking is for the next major holiday that I'm planning to make bookmarks for, which in my case I think would be Mother's Day, I am going to I'm going to do more research about figuring out the 2-sided thing, but I think the next bookmarks that I design are just going to be 1-sided, so then I'll have no excuse and I can get them made, ready to go. They're still going to be super cute, but like I'll make them 1-sided so I don't have to worry about printing double-sided, and then I can make sure I get them listed and posted by Mother's Day, or for Mother's Day rather. So I'm going to get started on those designs. As well as the beaded bracelets and the tapestries. Not tonight. Tonight I'm reading, but I will. That's my next project, craft-wise, that I'm going to be working on. Sorry, I'm getting distracted because I keep getting poked in my thigh by Maddie, who's laying right next to me. Both the cats are laying next to me, and they're laying next to me under my robe. Well, Ellie doesn't like to be covered, so she's not under the robe. She's on the robe, but Maddie loves to be burrowed and covered, so she's under the robe and she keeps stabbing me in the leg. So yeah, I think that's all I have to say for tonight. Like I said, I hope you had an amazing Saturday. Please let me know in the comments what you did today, because I would love to know. I'm gonna get off here now and go read my book, but before that I'm gonna do my ASMR moment of the day. We're gonna be playing a little bit of a game, so I'm gonna hop off. Hopefully you have a great rest of your evening wherever you're at, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye, guys. Hi. Thank you so much for staying for our ASMR moment of the day. for today's ASMR moment of the day, I thought I would play a little game with you, and that game is going to be the writing game. Well, technically, it's the tracing game, but we're going to do it writing. So I have a pen. I'm going to write in my pretzel notebook, which is actually my notebook I use for gaming, or writing down my gaming ideas. I'm going to write a word. I'm going to have the microphone next to me while I'm writing so you can hear the ASMR writing sounds. But I'm also going to see if you can guess the word. Oh, Maddie's on the move. She's headed over closer to Ellie. Hold on, let me see if I can show you. Those are the girls. Okay, so like I said, I'm going to write a word. I'm going to let you listen to me write the word. I'm going to give you a second, and then I'll reveal the word. And we'll do 3 different words for this game. Hopefully you enjoy. So, hold on. Okay. Okay, time to write the first word. And the first word is going to have 4 letters. First letter. Okay. Second letter. Third letter. Final letter. Maddie is fighting me for this notebook. Okay, so again, it was 4 letters. And I wrote each letter. She loves pens, so she's trying to steal it. Can you guess the word? Okay, the word I wrote was book. Let's see if we can do a second word without her making too much noise. Okay, time for the second word, which is gonna be 5 letters. Ready? First letter. Second letter. Third letter. Fourth letter. Fifth letter. Okay, that was the final letter on the second word. Let me know in the comments what you think the second word is. Okay, I'm going to reveal it now. The second word was plate. Okay, last turn. Last word. And it's going to be 6 letters. Ready? First letter. Second letter. Third letter. Fourth letter. Fifth letter. And the final letter. Okay, so it's a 6-letter word. I'll give you a second. Write in the comments what you think the final word was. Okay, I'll reveal the final word was